Hello. D4, knight f6, e4, e6, knight c3, bishop b4, e3, castles, bishop d3, d5, cd18, knight ge2, rook e8, castles, and bishop d6. And we will talk about bishop d2 and f3 in this video. So bishop d2. Now it's a good idea for black to play b6 immediately, not playing with c6, just winning a tempo. If rook c1, for example, we play c5, knight b5 and bishop f8, dc, bc, bishop c3, knight bd7, queen d2, and a5 protecting against bishop a5, a4, bishop b7, rook fd1, and queen b6. That's an equal position according to engine, but it's very complicated. Knight b5 is another option, but it's not winning a tempo, because after bishop f8, knight f4, we play bishop b7, and white should go back with knight c3, and we play bishop d6, queen f3, bishop takes f4, queen takes f4, and bishop a6. That was the point of black's play. Bishop a6, knight a6, f3, and knight b4, and the position is more or less equal, like in one's correspondence game. So knight f4, and if you remember the video about the Reshevsky system, in the similar position I took on f4, so I just did not remember when to take on f4 in completely different positions. In that position, that was a bad move, and now bishop takes f4 is a good move. So sometimes if you know much theory, you can make a move from another line, and that would be a mistake. It takes f4, and we play c5, taking the center. White has some options. If bishop is3 now, then c4. We already saw this idea from the previous video, taking the space. Bishop c2, knight c6, f5, and knight b4 attacking the bishop. Bishop b1, knight e4, a3, and knight d3 is a good move. Bishop d3, cd, queen d3, and we take queen f5, and it's just a very drawish position. White also can try f5. We play knight c6, d takes c5, and that's an intermediate move. d4, knight a4, knight e5, second intermediate move. Bishop b5, bishop d7, bishop d7, knight fd7, cb, ab, b3, and queen f6, and black queen's f5 pawn back with an equal position. So d takes c5, b takes c5, rook e1, bishop a6, rook takes e8, queen takes e8, queen f3, queen d7 protecting the pawn, rook e1, bishop d3. If queen d3, then knight c6, and black is just a little better, so white makes an intermediate move, knight d5, but after knight c6, knight e7, knight e7, queen takes a8, knight c8. It's a complicated position, but after bishop c3, bishop b5, bishop takes f6, bishop c6, queen b8, g takes f6, white can make some perpetual check after f5, and queen g3, so engine gives 0.0 in this position. That was bishop d2, and of course the main line is f3, and we should strike in the center with c5. And there were many games actually from this particular position. Let's start with knight b5. Of course we don't give for this bishop, we play bishop f8, dc, bishop c5, and such positions are around equal, but difficult play for both sides, because if the pawn was on f2, everything was great for white, because just knight d4, but now white has this weakness. Knight bd4, knight c6. In one game white played king h1, knight e5, b3, knight d3, taking the bishop, queen d3, a5, knight g3, b6, rook d1, and queen s7. That was he against Yu Yang game with an equal position. Bishop d2, that was game against Gelfand against Magnus Carlsen, queen b6, king h1. And in the correspondence game, black improved the game of Magnus Carlsen by playing bishop d7, normal development, rook c1, rook ac8, bishop c3, knight d4, it takes d4, and after bishop d6, black is slightly better due to this weakness on e3 and due to the misplaced bishop on c3. a3. We play knight c6, rook f2, a6, and we want to play b5. Bishop c2, b5, g4, b4, ab, knight takes b4, bishop a4, bishop d7, g5, bishop takes a4, knight takes a4, and knight d7, and black was better in Mikhail Gurevich against Hjartarson game. Rook f2 is also playable. Black plays knight c6 and g4. I don't like this move, because we just take on d4, and after it takes d4, black has tactical strike, bishop takes g4, f takes g4, and knight g4, like in the game between Avrukh and Moisenko from the part about the Reshevsky variation, but now it's not so easy for white. If rook f3, for example, queen h4, h3, black has knight h2 move, rook f2 and queen h3 with decisive attack, Barsov against Horstman. So white should have played rook g2, but after queen h4, bishop f4, knight f4, knight e3, and queen f3, we have another intermediate move, knight d4, queen g3, knight g2, king g2, queen g3, h takes g3, rook a8, and black has many pawns, so black is much better in the end game. Queen e1, it's the main line. We play knight c6 and queen h4. Now we should take g5 square at the control to protect h7 pawn. It's avoid because knight d5 can be an issue. So h6. And Georgadze Hjartarson game, white tried g4, but it's not very scary because black just plays a6, and after queen f2, because g5 is not an option due to knight h7, so white should spend more tempos. b5, knight g3, and here black should have played on b6, knight c2, a5, bishop d2, and b4, and black was better in that case. Bishop d2 is better move, knight b4, bishop b5 is mistake, bishop d7, queen d7, and black is slightly better. So bishop b1, b6, we want to bring the bishop to a6, a3, knight c6, bishop d3, it's normal move, bishop b7, rook a1, rook c8, rook f1, bishop e7, queen h3, and bishop f8, and we have equal and complicated position. So bishop c2 is also an option, bishop a6, rook f1, rook c8, and we have very complicated position. For example, Gelfand in his game against Slotier played rook a1 and missed a tactical strike, bishop takes e2, because after rook e2 it's easy to see that after cd knight takes d4 and black wins the pawn, because white cannot take on d4 due to bishop c5, so knight takes e2, but after cd ed another tactical strike, rook takes e2, rook takes e2, and knight d4, queen d4, and bishop c5, and black was once better in that Gelfand game. So the king h1 is a novelty, because we don't want to get in that pin, but then black is tempo up, and black plays knight a5, dc, bishop c5, knight d4, and knight c4, bishop c1, and knight d6, and we have very complicated position, but more or less equal one. So let's make some conclusions about these lines. I think that bishop d2 is harmless, and f3 is interesting line for both sides, because after f3 c5 the complex middle game position arises. Black wants to attack on the queen side with a6, b5, c4, or b4, and white wants to attack on the queen side with queen e1, queen h4, g4, so on. So in practical game, the better player could play for a win in that position. That's all about this knight g2 CD knight g2 system, and in the next video I'll talk about so-called Botvinnik system with the move a3 in this particular position. See you again soon, and goodbye.